Rise and shine, YouTube. Today we are talking about the newest magnesium mouse on the market, and it is also a small mouse. We're going to look at the DarmoShark M2 Daru. Now, I actually purchased these from Max Gaming. These were not sent out for review. I do have the black 1K version, and I do have the black and red version. So we're going to take a look at them, and I will be featuring the Beast X Mini in this review as well, because I actually didn't do a review on it, but this is a perfect time to get a video out on it as well, because, well, it is very close to the M2, but there are some good differences between the mice. So without further ado, let's do what it do. Alrighty, the DarmoShark M2 Magnesium from DarmoShark. So this mouse actually was listed on Max Gaming at a surprise, right? Buddy B9 was like, yo, hey, they're available. I didn't even know they were a thing. I was like, all right, well, I gotta get them. So I got both of them. I got the red and black one, which is their 4K, not 4K version, right? This comes with the 4K dongle and a 500 mAh battery. And the black version, which is 200 mAh battery, but it only sits at 1K. It is kind of weird because both of them have the same MCU, so they're capable of doing 4K. I think they just wanted to get a lighter option because this sits around 37 grams and the red and black one sits at 42 grams. Yes, 500 mAh versus 200 mAh, but you can also see that the positioning of the battery is different, right? You're like, where the heck's the battery? Well, the battery sits right on top of the PCB, and it makes the black version feel more weight balanced than the red and black one. It's kind of weird, but you know, it is what it is. You don't actually like feel the weight difference when you're swiping and gaming, right? You don't really feel it unless you sit here and pick it up and throw it around. You can kind of tell like the red and black one has a more rear heavy kind of structure. Now, yeah, you do see the Beast X Mini because a lot of people are going to compare it to the Beast X Mini, but it is a different kind of shape profile, right? One, the M2 is going to be pretty much the same length, but it is going to be slightly taller and a little bit wider. You can tell the hump profile is in a different spot, right? It's a little more towards the back end versus the Beast X Mini, which is pretty much spot in the middle, right? And you do have more side profile because one, your thumb, if you pretty much have it right between the clicks, you might accidentally click the Beast X Mini side buttons, whereas the M2, you have a lot more room for your thumb. So where I grip it, right, my thumb sits right in the middle, and I don't have to worry about clicking them. Where on the Beast X Mini, right, if I sit here and grip it, my thumb is pretty much resting on the Beast X Mini side clicks. So since I didn't actually do a little review, let's kind of go over this mouse. The Beast X Mini has really nice clicks, scroll wheel, side buttons. They're all nice and crispy. There's really no pre-travel, right? There's a little bit of pre-travel on side buttons, but there's no like post-travel, which it feels really good. The sides aren't going to be everybody's favorite cup of tea, right? But it's also, I think, more narrow than a Starlight Small. So I am looking to trade my ULX Medium for a ULX Small when they release because I kind of want to see the difference in the sizing. But side grips are on the right-hand side to make it a little more wide, and I kind of had to get into a weird, like, claw grip profile to make this mouse feel a little more comfortable for me, because in a normal grip, right, my fingers on the right-hand side actually cramp up, and it's not my favorite shape, right? I think that's a little too small for me. But that's where the DarmoShark M2 comes into play, right? These are, like I said, are a little bit taller, a little bit wider than the Beast X Mini, and it just kind of fills the hand up a little more, where you also can see there's more room on the side, right? I don't have my fingers just all up on top of each other. I can do what I need to do. Now, there are really good things about this mouse, and there are some not so good things. One being the weight is actually very nice, right? The weight on the black one, like I said, is around, what did I say? I said 37 on the black and around 42 on the red and black one. Different size batteries, different positions, all that. We already went over that. When it comes down to the kind of the shell structure, you see the giant holes in the back. For how I hold the mouse, right, at first, when I press down a little more, I feel more of the right-handed side of the mouse. So when you can see here, these have long horizontal holes on the right, and you got short, kind of smaller holes on the left. I really wish they kept this side profile and used it for the other side. I don't know why they went with two different side kind of hole structures, because it doesn't feel right. And they don't provide grips within the accessories, which is kind of also not a good thing because you have holes on your mouse. I would like to see DarmoShark add grips to the accessory packaging, because a lot of people are going to want to put grips on the sides to cover up them holes. Now, do the holes bother me? Not really. They don't bother me at all anymore, right? I've gotten used to the shape profile. I've gotten used to the holes. I don't really even notice them in game. I just throw my hand on the mouse and I go. That's what makes this shape also so good, right? I don't have to worry about my grip. I don't have to worry about changing, adjusting, going into a different kind of aggressive style grip to make the mouse feel comfortable. It's the same thing with the X2 V2 Mini. I don't have to change my grip up. It just works. Now, this mouse is going to be the new main, right? I am going to be using the black one because, one, I like the black aesthetics more than the red and black one, and later on I can just pair the 4K dongle with the black version. Yes, the battery will drain more, but I can just plug the mouse in as I'm working throughout the day. Easy peasy. Now, when it comes to the QC on this mouse is iffy, right? The black version does have better QC than the red and black one, and I'll show you right now what I mean. You can see on the red and black, you have a pretty good gap along the right-hand side of the mouse. Now, some others have a larger gap, but you can tell between the black one, right, and the red one, that the gap is much kind of wider on the red one. And I think that comes to play with the clicks, right? Now, both of these mice have slight movement on the clicks, right? If you move your finger and not actually click, it makes it feel like the clicks want to actuate. You can feel the click underneath the metal, and it's not like the greatest feeling, right? It makes the clicks feel cheap. It makes them just feel like they didn't really care, right? Now, the red and black version has it much more prominent when I move, and it's kind of it's kind of a shame, because the shape is actually my favorite shape to release in a long time, and I will be using the black version of this mouse from here on out. It is what it is. The scroll wheel, it's nice and smooth. It has actually some really cool designs. Focus in on that. You got a bunch of different symbols, right? You got the DarmoShark logo. It lights up, it has RGB. But one thing about the scroll wheel, which I'll show you here, is if you push the scroll wheel to the side, it becomes off-centered. So that's how the mouse came, right? And I was like, oh, what is this? This is not Final Mouse, right? This is DarmoShark. But you can just push it right back in the spot, right? It just stays there. It doesn't have an issue with the clicks, doesn't have an issue with it not being snappy. It's very spammable, and it's pretty good, right? I like it. I like the smooth. I like how you can still feel the steps. I have no issues with accidentally scrolling. It's a good scroll wheel, right? I like it. I just don't like how you can push it to the side and it can get stuck there until you push it back. It is what it is. Side buttons. Side buttons are another QC issue, right? They're pretty mushy, and they have a decent amount of pre-travel. All right, they have a decent amount of pre-travel. Trying to get this. Come on, focus. There you go. Pretty clicks there, clicks there, clicks there. And then you got this one here in the back. Click, click, click. So you can see kind of the play on it. See if I can get another angle for you guys. Come on. You can see how it is just moving. It has a good amount of pre-travel on the side buttons, which isn't a good thing at all when, I mean, it's just, it sucks, right? The QC on these need to be better in the future, and there needs to be grips in the accessories. Like, that's all you got to do. Tighten up the QC, add grips, and you got a top tier mouse. Would I say this mouse is for everyone? No. A lot of people aren't going to like the QC issues. A lot of people are going to call out the QC issues. A lot of people aren't going to buy this because of the QC issues that I actually talked about. But I'm still going to main this mouse because of the shape, right? The issues that I said, I don't notice them in game. I'm still performing. I'm very consistent at it. I'm going to post 2 different clips at the end here to show you guys just Valorant and Apex, just to show you just like what you can do. Like, I have no issues with sensor skipping. I did have to raise the LOD on the glass pad, but that's pretty much prominent with a lot of different mice. You gotta lift for sensors, right? But once the LOD was lifted, it works perfectly fine. Now, I will link the DarmoShark software down below because they don't have it on their website for a reason, for whatever reason. Max Gaming doesn't have it on their website, which is their only NA retailer, right? Max Gaming is not even an NA. It's their only retailer that you can buy that ships worldwide. It's weird. I don't get it. It's whatever. MetKeys doesn't even have it on their website. So hopefully other people will have these and they get more stock and they fix the QC issues with their copies, because I would like another colorway, right? I honestly would probably pick up a white and black copy, right? I just like the shape. So that's the quick little review of the M2 DarmoShark Darrow, or however you say it, magnesium. This mouse is the main going forward. So is this pad. So without further ado, let's look at the clips and we'll see you for the next one. Rise up. God bless. Peace.
One shot in the corner.
Juicing me shields.